Hey guys, so this week I wanted to talk about relationships, but then I was like, well, I haven't been in like a real solid one since like 2012. So I was like, maybe that's not the best thing to talk about, but I changed my mind and decided to talk about breakups because those are things I know how to do very well, I think, sometimes. First of all, I'm going to apologize for another on the phone video because, I've procrastinated again. And that's really unfair. But, shit happens sometimes. So, rolling with the punches. But, breakups, sometimes they happen and sometimes they suck. But sometimes they're completely necessary to get on with life. And it's just kind of like, what are you going to do about it, Like, sometimes you're like, I love you, but I don't want to break up with you, but I know that I need to. Or it's kind of like, this relationship isn't healthy, and I don't want to stay in it anymore. But, it feels like a guilt trip, and that's why I'm still here. Or it's like, I don't love you the way I should, or you don't love me the way you should. I think that's the worst kind of breakup, when you love someone, but not, like, enough to stay together, because it's like, the feelings are there, the emotions are there, the drive is there, but it's just not enough of any of those things to make it work. And it's kind of like you almost feel like you're giving up when all you want to do is keep fighting for it, but it's just like it's not the right time, or there's not the right person, or you're just not in the right situation in life. And it's kind of just like, I don't want to do this, but I have to, because otherwise, it's just going to be unhealthy. So it's like doing what's best for you, doing what's best for the other person, but at the same time, trying to be like, it doesn't mean that I don't care, So, yeah, that's the thing that happens sometimes. And other times, breakups are like super easy because they're just like, oh, I'm not happy in this relationship anymore. So I'm going to go and find my happy, and you can go and find your happy, and maybe eventually in like 7 years, our happies will come back together. Maybe, possibly, I don't know. I really don't know what I'm doing with this video. I just know that I needed to do something, and this was on my mind. So here you go. No, but seriously. Breakups suck, and sometimes they hurt, and sometimes they hurt you, and sometimes they hurt other people. But it's just like sometimes they have to happen, Like you shouldn't stay with someone where you aren't happy, or you feel like you can't put your all into a relationship, because it's just like, if you're not giving someone everything you have to give them, then what are you doing, That's what makes relationships work, when you can work together, and like relationships are collaborative projects. So to commit to someone when you're not like 100% happy, it's just like, what are you doing, Like, why are you wasting your time, or why are you still here if this isn't what you want? And sometimes those things hurt to realize, but sometimes they definitely need to be acknowledged. Like, you can't stay somewhere just because someone else wants you to. Like, that's not cool. Like, what about you? What about your feelings and your happiness and your needs? But relationships and breakups, they suck, but sometimes they need to happen to move on and grow up and mature. And everybody hates them, but, everybody deals with them too. I'm going to cut this now because I've really just been rambling for like 5.5 minutes. But you've caught my drift. Yeah, breakups, relationships, sometimes they suck, sometimes they're great. Sometimes we hate them. So, with that being said, I'm going to go, and I will see you guys next Friday.